Terence Bud Crawford is turning the page to the next chapter. Salute from the South, Renee Box Young. Thank you so much for liking, subscribing, sharing, showing your support, tuning into the lives, commenting in the videos, sharing your ideas with me concerning the sport of boxing. That's what it's all about. Subscribers since day one. I really appreciate each and every one of you. Definitely, man. Showing mad love. New subscribers, welcome to the platform. This is Renee Box Young. This is a platform where we just talk about the sport of boxing. We love the sport of boxing, you know what I mean? In a mature fashion, we discuss it, you know what I'm saying? And just analyze it, critique it, and things of that nature, man. We love it. We love it. Love you all. Thank you so much for, joining in, I want to talk about, get directly to this. Bud Crawford turning the page. He's turning the page in his life, in his career. Definitely, man. I respect it, you know what I'm saying? But I want to talk about it. Definitely respect, this fighter, man. You already know the champ, man. Amazing skills. I've been chopping up, recently about this. Let's just get right to it, man. Here's his tweet. You can check it out below there. See it down there? You see it down there? I'm trying to, get the hang of all this with the video and stuff, the camera and stuff like that. And we see here, in his Twitter account. Go ahead, link in the description. Check it out. You check it out, right? You already know that, man. Link in the description and stuff. Okay. Official profile, Twitter, whatever. Okay, so Terence Crawford says here that, and they said it was me. Yeah, I rest my case now. On to the next. That chapter is now closed. ED, I think he was trying to say, but it's all good. Whatever. It's just, I don't believe it, okay? That's kind of what I've tried to say here. I don't believe it, you know what I mean? Why? Because I've made videos about it. I talked about it. I don't talk too much about it, you know what I'm saying? But, it's necessary because it's boxing news. It's relevant to now as far as, the sport of boxing in the welterweight division. Terence Bud Crawford, WBO champ, and, the thing here is that you go back, like I said, I've said it time and time again. Everybody knows about it, you know what I'm saying? But I want to just highlight certain things. Terence Crawford has said throughout, a couple years ago, whatever, right? A year ago or something like that. This is more like a year ago. The end of 2019, you already know he's been going on Twitter rants. 2019, his sister, Bernie Mac, Bernie, or I don't know what that guy's name, man. I don't know I really don't know. This guy Bernie that goes on IG, respect him, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying that, his team, they've been talking, speaking up, speaking out, defending Terence Bud Crawford. And the end of 2019, something along those lines, he was just coming out, talking about Spence and, just, throwing rants on Twitter, which I understand, you know what I'm saying, whatever. But then again, then he, talks on the phone with Spence and then turns around and puts on Twitter, oh, Spence is a cool guy, it's all good. It's all good now. And I thought personally after that, well, they're not going to talk too much anymore. It's just that they're just going to keep fighting, fighting in their careers, each in his own career, and eventually they'll meet up possibly. And then, Bernie coming out, there's people coming out and just saying this and that, talking, about Spence and, Bud will do this and that. Spence don't want it, blah, 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 right? You already know the whole thing about 60-40. And then around that time, shortly after, right, the Twitter rant, his first one, Terence Crawford's first Twitter rant, and his family and his team, generally speaking, right, coming out defending him and stuff like that, he says that he's going to move up to fight Canelo, and he said he's dead serious about it, something along those lines, or he was promising about it. He said he's dead serious. I got a video on that. I'll probably leave it at the end of this video. I broke all that down, man. Seems like a lot of people ignored that. I don't know, or maybe not. I don't know, man. There are so many people in the community in the sport of boxing, stuff like that. But whatever. I'm sure some people talked about it. I definitely highlighted it. You know what I'm saying? Because I was interested. I was like, okay, all right. Bud is talking about moving up to fight Canelo. Let's see how that works. You know what I'm saying? Skill-wise, that would be a great fight. And Bud was saying, I'm going to move up and I'm going to fight Canelo. Nobody's giving me credit anyway. And, and he was talking about that. And I feel it, you know what I'm saying? I understand. I'm not knocking Spence. Seems like these names are synonymous nowadays, you know what I'm saying? Bud and Spence. But, I'm not knocking Bud. We're human beings, we're emotional, but it seems like, Bud is just like this, you know what I'm saying? But whatever, it's all good. I respect it, you know what I'm saying? But he said he was talking about along the lines when he was getting interviewed in the ring, he was wearing a great jumpsuit. I've talked about it several times. he said, I'm going to move up and I'm going to fight Canelo. No, I'm not getting credit for anything I'm doing now, and something like that. So he said he was going to move up and fight Canelo, man, and then what happened recently? Then he said, he's going to move down to 135. Okay, he's like, screw this, I'm going down to 135, and I understand, bro, but and then this whole thing with with his manager Bob, his boss, whatever, and then he threw him over to Todd, some guy named Todd, right, and Top Rank, I don't know, but it seems like all over the place with Bud, man. You see more consistency on the other side. What I'm saying? Y'all know who I'm talking about. You know what I mean? The champ, the truth. But, I don't want to get into that talk about them, between each other. I just want to focus right now on Bud. And just his trajectory, it's just quite difficult for him. Quite complicated, you know what I'm saying? But he made it more complicated for himself, but whatever, man. Other people may have differing opinions, but it's all good, whatever. But I just want to speak out what I feel and think about this, this whole fiasco between him and Bob, Bob saying that he's wasting the money, you know what I'm saying? He ain't making any money on Bud. Some time ago when he fought Khan, Bob came out and said that, Bud is not, I'm paraphrasing, he's not, pay-per-view material. Things of that nature, man. The opponents he has been facing in the welterweight division, blah, blah, blah. You already know. So then he comes out and says he's going to move down to 135. And then he comes out around that time on Instagram saying, to Miss Boxing Baby, I think her name is, blessings to her, definitely shouts out. Great interview she has. He has said there that, he said, I don't really care about Spence, man. I don't care if the fight happens, whatever. I'm done with this. In other words, don't phrase me, don't quote me. You already know. I'm sure you guys saw that. If not, go check it out, man. On Instagram, he's talking about, he said that he made it quite clear, you know what I mean? He made it quite clear. He's like, I don't even care if Spence fight happens, whatever's clever endeavor, you know what I'm saying? And then about like a week after that, he comes out on his own Instagram account, saying, he's like, I really want to fight. I really want to fight Pac and Spence. Yeah. He was drinking his cup. I don't know what he was drinking, whatever, right? It's all good. But yeah, man. Then he turns around shortly after that saying, who I really want to fight is Spence. Just to shut everybody up. Just to shut the people up. You know what I mean? So he turns around and says he wants to fight them. He really does want to fight Spence. And then he shows up to the fight or whatever, Spence fight. It's all good, you know what I mean? And just everybody booing him and wow. And now he says this, okay? And now he said, this is why I don't believe it. Why am I saying all this? Because this is why I don't believe what he's saying. Okay? Recently said that around this trajectory, I repeat, then he says he's going to move down to 135. He ain't going to move down to 135. And I said it in that video too. I think I explained the video on that. And I said, I don't believe him. You know what I'm saying? Because he's just up and down everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Then he comes out and says this. I rest my case, on to the next. The chapter is now closed. So, and then if you go down, if you continue in his Twitter there account, whatever, in his history, right? He says, oh, well, I guess the fight isn't happening then. I guess it ain't happening. And then around that time, he flipped the script and said, no, I do want to fight him. And then, I don't know, man. So I don't believe him. I don't believe him saying that, the chapter's closed. Is this, things come to mind. Is this a whole promotional scheme, or I don't know what you want to call it, but, I don't know if he's purposely doing this just to get more attention so that people can, gain traction even more, so that this possible fight, can gain more traction. What I think should happen is what I said since day one when I started posting videos about this whole thing, about Bud, re-signing the Top Rank and stuff like that, extending his contract, whatever he did there, until it's valid until, October 2021, whatever. Like I said since day one, he should just keep fighting fighters, man. Just keep fighting and, talk less. You know what I'm saying? I see more consistency on the side of Errol Spence in his career. The proof is in the pudding. I have nothing else to say about that. Everybody knows about it. If nobody faces the facts in that aspect, then I don't know what to say. You know what I'm saying? The proof is in the pudding. That's all I can say. I saw this, it's interesting. I saw this on Instagram the other day, a quote, something like along the lines of this, we say more when we act. We say more when we act, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes when we just talk a lot, we just go up and down and all around. And it seems like, Bud Crawford, with all due respect, great fighter, he's just up and down and all around. And I see more consistency on the side of Spence. He just keep fighting. Yeah, Bud keeps fighting too, But look at the opponents, man. I mean, it's the same story. You already know. So it's quite senseless to try to, I think, in my humble opinion at least, to be trying to knock down Spence. Look at the fighters he's fought recently. You know what I mean? He's just continue fighting the top competition. You know, I don't know what else to say there. And Bud not in 147. A lot of people even criticized him in the, how he became undisputed in the other divisions, 140, whatever, right? With the fighters he fought. Postal was a great fight, though, you know what I'm saying? But other fighters, whatever. There's sometimes, I guess you can say controversy. I guess you can say, debatableness, right? I'll make it a noun. As far as fighters and the trajectories, some more obvious than others, okay? But you can pick at any fighter practically almost. They picked on Floyd Mayweather's career. You know what I mean? They picked on him when he was Pretty Boy. And when he was Pretty Boy, he was smashing competitors. You know what I mean? He was smashing these guys, these champs. Nothing to say against him. So, but the thing here is, that's what I'm saying. Like, anybody can pick at any fighter. But what I think, in my humble opinion, I see more consistency on the side of Spence. Anybody can pick at him. Yes, people do pick at him, whatever. But there's more consistency on the side of Spence, not Bud Crawford, as far as in the welterweight division. Now, I'm not even speaking about, and I never have. I don't really speak about Crawford in the lower division. That's great. Accolades, awesome. But I'm focusing on Bud in the welterweight division, and I see a lot more consistency. And the proof is in the pudding with Spence, and not Bud as of yet in the welterweight division. In my humble opinion, I understand a lot of people ride for Bud and say, you know what he did with Horn, he beat Pacquiao. So Horn was a great fighter. I don't think so. You know what I'm saying? He's all right, but I've said it time and time again. Just because a fighter has a belt, sometimes, I don't know, man. It's just fishy sometimes. Look how Horn won the fight against Pacquiao. That's a big controversial one right there. Look how Rolly, beat Martinez. I mean, the list goes on, ladies and gentlemen. You already know. So I don't really, I'm saying, all due respect to Horn, but the way that fight went down, man, and the way it was just in Australia, I don't know. But whatever, that's another story. But my point in saying this, some people may give credit to Bud against Horn. It's all good, give your credit, that's fine, you know what I'm saying? But after Horn, y'all know the names. So, and the trajectory of all this, you know what I'm saying? Bud just moving down to 135, moving up to fight Canelo. I'm dead serious about it. I want to fight Spence. Now I don't want to fight him. I don't care if the fight happens. It's just kind of all over the place. Now he's on to the next chapter. So I really don't believe him, man. But, maybe this is just a whole way to milk the fight more. I don't know. It's hard to say, but I do hope the best for Bud. I'm not, forget all that hate and stuff. Y'all know my platform. I really do hope the best for Bud, man. I really do. And you got to fight Porter. What else should I say? Nothing else to say. You know what I mean? You got to fight Porter. That's it. You can't go around this. You know what I'm saying? You just got to fight the top. But it is what it is, man. I hope the best for Bud. Blessings to him and his family. Definitely great family, man. Great fighter. Blessings to his team, man. Definitely all day. But I'm just speaking my mind and being honest. That's all it is. You know what I'm saying? And comment below, please, man. What do you think about this? He's turning the page, but what's next? What's he gonna do? What is he gonna do? Well, rematch Mean Machine. Go back and fight Benavidez. Fight maybe even Thomas Delorme or something like that. I don't know, man. If it's not Porter, if it's not Keith Thurman, if it's not, you know what I mean? I don't know, man. It's just kind of perplexing here. So, but I just saw all due respect to Bud, man. And go ahead and comment below. And what do you guys think? Go ahead and like. Go ahead and subscribe. Go ahead and share. Renee Box Young. I pretty much said what I got to say. I said what I had to say, about this recent tweet of Bud. And we'll see what's next for him. I hope the best for him, man. Renee Box Young. Peace out, family. Stay safe. Definitely, man. Stay safe.